Morning. I'm just here in Calf House now. I'm just walking what we call the new line, which is where all the all the new calves are at the minute. And I just wanted to show you the ear tags that we use, because I've said before that every animal has its own unique number, and that's how we remember them. So if you look at this calf here, she's got an ear tag number 50513, and also we put the date of birth on there, so I don't know whether you'll see that, but the date of birth is the 25th of the 12th, so she was born on Christmas Day. They're all like that. That's how we identify how we identify each individual animal, is through that one number. So she'll be put on the computer. That number will be put alongside their mother's number, so that we know who their mother is. Yeah, and the main reason for us giving them that number is, like I say, just so that we can identify them. So if they're sick or if they're injured, you know, we can have any medication, we can put the medication next to that number. We know basically what's happened to that calf from the minute it was born until the minute they get over to, well, until they're about 23 months, and then we have to change the tag again then, so that it corresponds with the dairy herd, but that's another job and another clip for another day. But yeah, that's how we do it. So it's also yeah, everything, any information to do with these calves is related to that ear tag. So their weights, their heights, their age, everything. It's just a quick and easy identification of an individual animal. So, but yeah, so these are all the babies. So these were born, if you look at the dates, that's the 27th of the 12th. So it's Sunday today, so they're 2 days old, these calves are. 2 days old. Bless them. And again, it's another cold but sunny morning here. Yeah. So, I'll catch you in a bit. So I'm just driving through corrals now, and I've just noticed this. And I don't know how they've managed to do it. I don't know whether you can see that post there is, well, I can't use the word that I want to describe it as on here, because William and Molly are going to be watching it. But try and climb over the... It's completely bent. I don't know how they've done that. Well, I need to get that sorted, because it'll... Is it another broken post? Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. There you go. Another hanging post. So that obviously is digging out and redoing again. So, oh, the joys of it. So, anyway, it's a lovely sunny morning here again. I couldn't get any film of the brucellosis, just because, well, I was busy actually putting heifers away. I didn't even ask if they minded me filming it, but I ended up getting involved in putting groups of cattle back. So, but yeah, see, that's what happens. Look, I think you just get moisture in the bottom there, and it rots the posts out in the bottom. And every one that I've replaced has had a drain pipe on it. So when it rains, the water just puddles in the bottom and then rots the posts out. It's crazy. So these are, what would these be? 14 months old now, these ones here. So these are, where am I? This is a breeding corral here, so they'll be breeding these. at the minute, which is good. So anyhow, I'll get that sorted. And yeah, I know there's one bent over there that the tractor drove into, so I'll get them to do that one as well while they're here. But I just got to find space to put this group of animals, because they can't, for this precise reason of them following you everywhere, they can't really come in here and work and do the job whilst there's animals here. But that should be good. I can sort that out. That's not a big deal. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Good morning. It's New Year's Day, so I'm guessing Happy New Year is in order. Yeah, nice day today here. It's a nice morning actually. It's not very warm. It's just right. It's about 15 degrees. So I'm just putting this naughty little heifer away. It keeps getting out every time I drive up here, which really annoys me. Can't do much about it though, because if I try to block her in, then I'll stop all the other cows from eating. So I'm just going to try and push her back from where she came from, and hopefully we can carry on with our day. So she's a bugger. She's walking all through that feed. Look, that's her pen there. But somehow I've got to try and get her in back through the head stalls. I've parked the car across, but I don't know whether it's going to be. The camera could get a bit shaky. Go on, go. Yeah, I didn't know that. So I can push you back in. This might be a good idea, it might be a bad idea, I don't know. Normally I have to get somebody to help me, but she'll think about life and then she might just about do it, you know. Maybe you might, that's it. There you go, look. See, patience is a virtue. In you go. Good girl. So, and that is how you do that. Right, so I'm down in calf house, and as I promised last week, I will show you this Randall feeding the calves. So we're in new line now, so these were all born 2 weeks ago. Just before Christmas these were born. I'll move you away so that's what you can see now. So yeah, so it's feeding time, it's 2 o'clock. They start at 2. So as you can see, by there's one man there, he walks along and he empties the one bucket. He empties the right hand bucket, the one that had the water in it. Okay. In the left hand bucket there should be some creep feeding with them because they're 7 days and more, but anyway, so now we'll feed them their milk. Comes the man with the Randall, goes along, and he is literally just putting in a quite amount of deep bucket. These are all heifer calves, and these are on like 2 litres of feed at the minute. Come. So you can see he literally just puts 2 litres in. Bit of an estimated guess as to how much he puts in, but it's the same guys doing it every day, so consistency is there. But it's around 2 litres for these guys twice a day because they're only babies. There's another one there going back to get some more milk. Down that line. There is a man up there in the distance, which I don't know whether you can see on here. He is actually going to he then walks down behind them and does the health checks, so he can tell whether if something hasn't drank. He can tell by that it could be sick, or it might just need a bit more help on the bucket. But yeah, there is a health man that then walks down behind them after they've been fed. So yeah, if I walk over to here now where the mixing area is, once these boys kind of get going, they kind of get going, like they don't stop for about 2 hours now feeding calves. So as you can see, that's the mixing area up there that I showed you the other day, and they're pouring the milk straight down into the tank. It will be coming in a minute. Yeah, and that's basically it. That's that bit, the actual feeding of the calves. We do the bull calves slightly differently because they're not fed powdered milk, they're fed whole milk. So they get done a bit differently. They get fed with the randles, but we'll put it into the randle a bit differently. So these guys here, they're getting ready to go off and feed hardening house now, which are your 3-month to 4-month old calves over there. So they got starter and grower. So the younger calves are on starter, so it's basically a meal for us weaning them, and the older calves are on grower, so it's a real high protein, high energy diet. High protein, not high energy, you can have fat animals, but it just makes them grow. But anyway, I know it's quick, I know it was a bit unorganised, but that's how we do it. I'll show you them feeding the starter as well later on. Anyhow, see you in a bit. Morning. It's which day is it today? It's Thursday morning, and it's 5 o'clock, and we are having what we call green dairy heifer sales this morning. I don't know if you can see me. It's pitch black here, isn't it? There you go. So basically, any calves that don't make the cut, this is their time to shine. They go off and they're sold to beef rearing units. So I don't know whether you can see any of that, but we're just loading them up now onto lorries. Same place that we did the inter-farm movements. Again, they're working in the dark. I don't understand what all this working in the dark is about when they've got lighting towers and well, everything. We've even got lights down here now. We've got lights down here for them. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go and see them and see what they're up to. But yeah, that's what we're doing this morning for the first hour anyway. Right, yeah, so here we are. We've loaded some already. This is the last load that needs to go. I'm just waiting for some heifers to arrive. They're coming now. The lights down there. It's inside one of our Wilson trailers. And as you can see, we give them plenty of room. There's nothing squeezed in. Yeah, these trailers are awesome. They're aluminium, stainless steel. Well, stainless steel there. So very good trailers.
Cámara.
Ahí va.
side. What's your boss? Yeah. And they are.
There you go. Look.
Come on.
Going in. Is that all of them, Mike? Yeah, rather annoyed because I've managed to somehow, or the camera has managed to somehow lose the last bit of footage that I took, which was kind of the weekend video, or today's, or yesterday's, or whatever day it was, Friday's video. So I didn't want it just to end with Michael, the guy in the brown overalls, shouting and walking off into the sunset. So I just thought I would tell you that, yeah, that was the week. Like I say, there was bits missing because the camera. The camera, I don't know what it did. My MacBook just won't download. Well, it won't download it. But anyway, I hope you have a cracking week, and I shall speak to you and see you all and send you another video next week. Bye bye.